morning to all traders and welcome to another Markets and Waves. It's August 12th today, Thursday, and we'll have an interesting session because it looks like we might have turned on euro dollar. We were talking about the potential reversal the other day because we are still considering this main scenario as being a flat. So we talked about the 117, which is pretty much where wave A is, and we also talked about the 116. Yeah. We're also going to have a quick look on dollar yen because it's currently correcting. Silver, that doesn't seem to be able to catch up with gold. The S&P, that I have made a few changes there because it looks like momentum is getting dried out. And USDMXN, because it doesn't really follow oil currently, which seems to suggest that it's quite strong and might actually remain strong for the foreseeable future. So let's start with euro dollar or continue from where we left off. It looks like to me that the 5-wave move to the downside was done. It looks like now we are starting a new trend all the way back up to at least 122, depending on whether this is of course wave 2 or wave B. For now, obviously still too early to to call this confirmation signal or anything. However, we have 5 waves down here, and this is adding some confidence to this particular move. On a different note, we also got a very big sort of signal both on RSI and MACD that looks at gains ahead to the upside. But of course we need to see at least a 5-wave move up here and then a 3-wave move down to somehow validate that this is the case. That should be following up with another 5-wave move up and another 3-leg move down, and then you know how it works, another 5 legs up. Well, it might be a case where we can just draw our trend line over here, guys. Let me just do that correctly, and from there we can expect at least the breakout of this medium-term trend line to give us some sort of validation. Now on dollar yen, well, we're looking at this move to the upside as an impulse, and still the case of course 1, 2, 3 and 4, because we've got 5 waves in here. That's my 3, so most likely that's an A. Very possible we get wave B around the 110.50, and then wave C perhaps 30.2, 109 or so, but not below 109. If we get that below 101, the things are going to be a bit more complicated because that's not going to be an impulsive move no longer. We do have some sort of signal here on the MACD, right? That's supporting this leg to the downside or supported as well. So what I will be looking now is perhaps, because it looks like 5 waves are done here, an ABC correction and then a continuation to the downside with a breakout, of course, of this leg down here, confirming potentially a move down to 38.2, since it's also going to be a double 4 correction, if that makes sense, because internally this is also wave 4. When I get wave 4 here and then continuation to the upside, or perhaps we might get something like this and then up. That might turn out to be a WX and Y, which also would increase, of course, the probabilities of this being a potential, head and shoulders pattern. Now on silver, guys, if you remember last time we were talking about this being an ABC, and we were expecting the last leg to the downside to take place. Yeah, so we're still like, we've done our wave 1 here, in my opinion, right? So if we look at the longer term a little bit here, I see this as a double zigzag. We didn't really get to reaching the previous levels, 2155 or so, but this leg has actually done a nice rejection at the 38.2, but this is like the 3rd time that is holding, which means that in case it breaks again, there's very good chances that we're going to head lower down, and this is wave 2. So most likely 1869 might be a good level. I'm talking about like medium term, right? That, however, for me so far looks like an ABC, okay, and is part of wave W. Now, what it is, the ABC is, it can be considered as a zigzag or also as a flat pattern, because we're down the 78.6 bucking wave. Usually we do prefer to have around 90% in wave, so in wave B, so we prefer to actually label this as a zigzag. Okay, so that will be ABC over here, ABC and ABC, which means this is a double zigzag and not a double three. Now a little bit closer, guys, yeah, and if you remember, I was calling this as 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, because that's the 1, the 2, yeah, but it looks like I don't have a wave 4. So that might be my wave 4 over here for silver, and then I continue down for wave 5, and from there we can perhaps start looking for price to move up. Now you might ask, well, but in gold you have a different count. Yes, because the structure is a bit different. Plus, if you look at this, we're not really staying here stuck, and gold moved a little bit higher. I'm not saying gold is going to go up, but what I'm saying is that currently, at least, silver looks a bit more bearish, and it's possible that it continues lower down. Don't forget that this is like I've got this label as a 5-way move down. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But it could be a case where this is my 1, that's going to be my 2, that's going to be my 3, my 4, and my 5. Okay, it's very possible, because I mean, we do see an impulse here, but obviously this impulse is much better for an impulse. But whether it's going to be, in wave 5, a 3 or 5, or 5, or whatever, we're going to find out soon. But I'm just saying that be a little bit cautious here on silver. The S&P, on the other hand, as I said, I made some changes earlier. We were looking at this not with an ending diagonal view. Now we are. So to me, this looks like wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. It looks like an ending diagonal with this new count. So that's my wave 1, my wave 2, my wave 3, my wave 4 for the interaction here with 1, and it looks like we've done A, and maybe even perhaps B on, we are in B of C of 5. So, and one more leg up to around the 4600s, and I think that will be it, and from there we'll receive a correction. Now you see that wave 3 is smaller than wave 1, and for that reason we need to ensure that my wave 5, it's not. Yeah, i.e. we need to ensure that my wave 5, it's smaller than wave 3. That means that we cannot go above the 4668. Okay, guys, because this is the range of a wave 30. So if we want the wave not to be the shortest, because this is what the rules say, then 46, let's say 46 might be our level over here. If 46 is our level, yeah, and then we just use this 1 and 2, yeah, that means that 78.6, oh sorry, 168.1.5, it's a bit too much, 138.2, 47, well, to be fair, 45.65 might be the level, but anyway, you know what the top range is and where we would want to go up to. So if that's my 3 and that's my 4, then we can also do that from all the way to the beginning and use the 61.8, 30.2 also as well. So, but my wave 3 is done. So AB, wave 3, 44.85 or 46.42, which makes a good candidate. Or we can just measure wave 3 and 4 and go for 45.65. So you can see all of these numbers are just pretty much the use of a different levels with the extension tool here give us a different sort of, they're pretty much the same level. Now look at this, what is very interesting is that we are seen divergences. This is actually a double divergence, guys, which is a very good signal usually that, okay, well, you know, be cautious. Momentum is slowing down. This is very obvious. So if momentum is slowing down, then that means that a reversal signal might be coming soon for medium term, okay? And finally, USDMXN. It's not actually weakening, despite the fact that oil did, okay? And that tells me that MXN is currently used as a hedge because they have still, you know, they still monetary policy. Obviously, you know, there is QE and stuff, but they're still their interest rates are positive. So, of the 4 hours here, actually maybe even lower out. Let's just look at what we've got here: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for wave 3. Then we expect 4 and then 5. So I think we're likely to get a double 4 down here. Okay, perhaps even move between those two levels. Who knows? But we do have a very big level to break over here at 1932. We are near, I would say, but we are expecting another break to confirm that sort of move, right? Now, what else we can do here, guys, since we've done wave 2 and 4, is obviously, you know, just create a base channel. You know that my base channel over here looks like prices are really just like flirting with those levels right now. It looks like to me that this is an ABC, okay, with wave A done, wave D, wave B done, and it looks very likely that now we are going to start moving lower down with multi-structural move, right? This is my 1, my 2. This is 1 and 2, and looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 3, then 4, then 5 for 3, then 4, then 5 for 5 of C. Okay, I took a big breath for this. Either way, the thing is that here, guys, we don't really see, I mean, okay, there is sort of divergence over here, yeah, similar sort of thing, but we don't see any signals for the short term, okay, from the RSI and the MACD. That is not bad, because usually means continuation of the larger signal, right? And the larger signal is biased to the downside. So what I would want to see, though, yeah, I would want to see the break of the previous low at 1959, okay? Currently, and it looks like as we move, we are really making attempts here to break this channel. And I think sooner or later that is going to be the case. From there, and let me just go all the way up here, and we can do a channel as well. You see that we're still trading outside this descending channel now, right? So we've crossed above that level. We've had 1, 2 times before. We just want to get in back here, okay, and then continue lower down. So pay attention to this level, not the levels, to these sort of structures, and look perhaps for you know, like previous swing lows, breakouts, okay, to confirm that sort of move. Now, where are we heading? Since we've got A here, yeah, and B. Let's see, my 6-1 brings me to 61.8 at 1787, but my 1 to 1549. Now, it really depends on where, but you know, wave 3 is going to end, but with wave 1 being nearly 38.2, then we can assume that, you know, wave 5 is going to reach that level down here. That's of course very early to talk about that, because it might be ABC here, and then we might get another ABC, and then another ABC. It's like ending and ending diagonal. It means like maybe we're not even going to reach the 17.87. Okay, we're going to see how that pans out. But for now, we're at least expecting prices to at least get back within this descending channel to validate somehow this bearish structure. So guys, that's going to be all for the day. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the rest of the trading session on Thursday, and we'll speak again tomorrow.